Hey, good morning. How are you all today? Welcome to Integrative Preparedness. It's Saturday, the Saturday before Christmas. What a nice day. We're all getting excited about the celebration and everything coming up. All the kids are out of school now. A lot of craziness going on in the world, right? Um, all of the things that everybody loves to worry about and talk about, like the drones and this latest uh, failure on the part of Congress to reach, a budget. Are they going to reach it? Is the government going to shut down? And um, all the things that people, for some reason, like to get themselves excited about, and which takes their eye off the main ball, which is preparing for what really, it may be coming our way. We see that they just kind of, fade into the mist, right? And if whatever mind energy you wasted worrying about it is serves no purpose, right? However, there is something I want to talk about it today that you need to be doing because we don't know what is coming. We never know what's coming, and there's always something coming. Okay, that can throw a crimp in your plans or in your life. And that is the need to insulate yourself from the world around you. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Do I mean separate yourself from the world around you? I do not. Matter of fact, that brings up a good point. I just put and because I know that this is something that interests people, and I just had somebody recently ask me about it because the message that I had put up um, on the Stonemont Church channel about whether Christians are under the law of Moses, the Mosaic law. And I had somebody ask, well, how about the Sabbath? I've heard a lot of people say that we need to observe the Saturday Sabbath. So I just put one up on the church channel, and the link is down below if you're interested in it. Stonemont Church on Are Christians Called to Observe the Sabbath? Okay, and if you listen to that, you will have the answer. Please don't anybody come on here and make the statement as to whether it is or not. This is not. It's not appropriate to do it on this channel. I'm just telling you that message is over on Stonemont Church. Okay, and I'll leave it at that. The purpose of preparedness is to insulate yourself against bad times, against potential problems, right? We prepare well, as I always say at the end, we prepare well today so we can continue to live well tomorrow. It's not a new concept. It's a concept that generations, people of thousands of years have always understood this. We need to get plenty of food in and before the winter hits, so we've got food to hit to eat during the winter time, right? Or we have to save our money, or we have to make a little more money so that we have. I recently had to replace a transmission, and yeah, so that we have money to if we need it, things come up, we have to prepare. The unprepared, as Ben Franklin said, I mean to paraphrase him, are only prepared to fail. Okay, and what was his failure to prepare is preparing to fail, something like that. That's exactly right. And they're just preparing. They're not preparing. They just assume that everything's going to go along just fine. And as preparedness-minded people, PMPs, you understand that that's not true because challenging things are always coming along, right? They're always coming along. So preparedness insulates us from that. And like I said, I do not mean to separate yourself. Separating yourself from the world around you, first off, it denies you the opportunities that a well-developed society has to offer. And by that I mean, we live. I know a lot of people will say, oh, it's a horrible, terrible society. It's a terrible world. It's a terrible this and it's a terrible that. Well, if you're if you're determined to look at everything as terrible, then you're going to see everything as terrible. But it's not a terrible world. It's a pretty good world, to be honest. Are there bad things in it? Yeah, because there's bad people in it. Okay, You have people that are greedy and selfish and liars, and some are just right down bad. And so, yeah, you're going to have some problems like that. But we need to prepare ourselves to be able to go along nicely in our lives, not letting that affect us. So, if you separate yourself from the world, uh, well, you're not going to be able to enjoy the benefits, all the great benefits of the world. And there are a lot. There are a lot. But also, you're not going to be able to have a good effect on the world around you. And for those of you who are believers, you know that you're supposed to. Separating yourself from the world actually is against the direct um, orders of Jesus. He says, go out there and be a part of the world, be the salt and the light. And if you separate yourself from the world, you're not doing that. And you're not able to do that. So you should participate in the world. Um, but you have to insulate yourself, right? I mean, if you're in the world and if it's wintertime out there, do you go out in a t-shirt and shorts? My kids do. But hopefully you're smarter than that, right? or not as tough. I'm not. It's cold weather, so I put on a flannel, or I put on a coat or a parka. I put on my insulated pants. Why? To insulate myself from challenges outside, right? The challenge being cold weather. That's what you want to do and that's how you want to look at preparedness. To insulate yourself, to put something between you and the things that are going to challenge you. You think about if you live. I wrote in one of my books. I talked about they were building with cob. Are you all familiar with cob? It's a building. It's fascinating. It's kind of like adobe, but different. It's made with clay and mud and straw and things like that. And it's amazingly strong. It's amazingly resilient. And they say that there are cob structures 10,000 years old. I don't know about that. I won't swear to that. But there are cob structures uh, hundreds of years old that are just still steady. Well, the reason that they were such good, was a good way to build it, was that the cob, they made them with the walls like 2 or 3 feet thick. And it is such a good insulator that they could heat a cob structure with a fireplace and do it very well. Today we build differently, and it's kind of our current building is kind of indicative of the way that many live their lives. We build stick framing and such as that, and we have walls that are fairly thin, depending on how they made your house, either out of 2x4s or that you don't get much insulation on a 2x4 wall. If you do better, you do it with a 2x6. If you want to do it even better, you do it with a 2x8. And if you really want to get up there and get some insulation in there, you do it with 2x10s. And most people don't. Most building isn't done with anything larger than a 2x6. But the structure that you build and the frame that you build determines how much insulation you can put between the outside, whether it's hot or cold, and you inside. And then that determines how much energy you need to use to keep the internal climate livable. And I don't mean I'm not one of these that wants to wear 3 sweatshirts in the house, in the parka in the house, and work boots and everything like that. If we're civilized. We make it so that we can be comfortable inside. That's what separates us from the animals. I mean, my dog has a house. So the structure that you build and the structure that I'm talking about can be seen as the structure of your preparations. Okay. How have you designed your preparations? Have you designed it with 2x4 walls or 2x6 walls or 2x8 walls or 2x10 walls, 2x12 walls? Okay. How much, and so that determines how much insulation you have. Okay. So how much have you done to insulate yourself from the world outside? And the basics. I don't have to go into the basics. You all know this. Food, water, uh, defense, shelter, uh, medical, people, all of those things. How thick are your walls? And I would also throw in finance, economics. How about your ability to generate income? How much have you done that? How many streams? And here's a good way to put. I hadn't intended to do this, but it just comes up to say, how many streams of income do you have? Every stream of income, you can add kind of an R value to your preparedness, right? If you have a single source of income, maybe you've got 2 by 4 walls in your preparedness. If you've got 2, maybe you got 2 by 6s. If you've got 3 or more, maybe you got 2 by 8s, 2 by 10s. So think about that. Don't think about, you can think about, well, it's protecting me, it's preparing me, and all that's true. But if you think more about it insulating you from the things in the world that might cause you discomfort, I think that's a better way to look at it. Okay. So anyway, for those of you who are interested in our Christians called to observe a Saturday Sabbath, I know some fine people, some great people who think that they should. They're not bad people. They're just, whatever. If that's interesting to you, it's over on the church channel now. Hope you all have a good day. I hope that you're insulated from the world around you, which means that you can still go out there and be a part of it. Okay. You can benefit from the good things that society and the world have. And there are many good things. I hate it when I hear these channels talk about as if there's absolutely nothing good in this world. That's horrible. Those people who have separated themselves. See, that's the thing. And so they don't see the good in the world. And they don't see the good in people. I know a lot of good people. And then they're also not able to, interact with the world so that they can have a positive effect. They can help others. So anyway, insulate yourself. Have a good week leading up to Christmas. I'll probably be on here. I didn't get a chance to do my one last night. Got busy. Was going to do one on lessons in rebellion and resistance from the IRA, Irish Republican Army. Maybe I'll get around to that this evening. I don't know. Probably not this evening. Maybe tomorrow. We're going to go see that Homestead movie tonight. We will see. I'll tell you, I said something about it yesterday. I haven't seen it yet. I did watch a preview, and there's already some things in the preview that I went, I don't know about that. But I'm not going to prejudge. We're going to go with Kelly's brother and his wife, and I'm going with an open mind. And I hope it's good. I really do. I hope that it's good because it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have some preparedness movies that were well acted and well produced and didn't get crazy, and right, wouldn't it? Okay, I guess those are entertaining. All right, guys, you all have a good day. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow, and part of that, a lot of that preparation is putting in the insulation, right? All right, you all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.